Okay, inshallah it's going. Oh, these technical problems. I don't know what. Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري ويشرك في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا وصلى اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين آمين. Sorry for the delay as usual. Every week we have some sort of problems. Okay, we have been studying hadith narrations. So this just last week we started hadith narrations the first time maybe in 15 years time period. We used to study Quran only, but this time the subject came to this point that we have to study these hadith narrations, but these are directly related to our practical life, these hadiths. And also some sort of the discussion that you may be more interested in it because of your profession and also yours as well. Yeah. So this hadith says, because it brought why we came to this after studying the Quran. This very and the verse says, no, not this one, before this way, وَرَحْمَتِي وَسِعَتْ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ. And all the problem everybody is suffering nowadays, including myself, that we don't see mercy operating in our life. And we will be experiencing it and being happy. We don't really experience this. The happiness is somehow something to be sought after and never we can touch it fully, just only temporary, not permanent happiness, which means that we have to look for the happiness, permanent happiness within our existence right now, and with no fear of losing it or not being secure in our existence. So when I don't feel secure in my existence, of course, whatever happens must be based on temporary existence. So it doesn't really satisfy human beings which look for permanent satisfaction, permanent happiness. From where we continue to see the we see the mercy of God encompasses everything at every moment. And that is what the verses in the Quran we say, really. We discussed a lot about it extensively. There are many problems that we are facing, experiencing. So it doesn't seem to be, and also hadith narrations. This is first hadith narrations. My mercy prevails over my anger. Oh, but look, the Prophet says something seemingly contradicting the Quran, because Quran says, my mercy is everywhere, but hadith says, but my anger prevails, my mercy prevails over my anger, which really infers that anger also is there. So we worked on it. What does anger mean, really? What means really? Does get angry with me? Why should he get angry with me is the question. We dealt with it. Now, I felt that after going through this journey of reflections, this hadith narration is also great, very interesting. Which means, I'm not going to read the original Arabic text, So there is, you can read it, but the meaning is in what concerns us. I am according to the expectations of my human beings, but because of the word abd, accepts me as the source of its existence or his or her existence. So however he concerning expectations of, let's make it, this is the problem, word actually to translate into English. There is no abd, equivalent of abd in English. So we have to make up some sort of paraphrase in another way. So I am according to the expectation of you, me, and concerning me. No. How do you, it means however you expect me, I would be treating you accordingly. Oh, seems to be everything depends on me. Would you believe that everything depends on my attitude? Have you ever thought about it? The world is, and everything depends on your attitude. How you see your existence, how you see the existence of this world, this universe, and how you see the source of your existence. Which kind of source of existence you have? How do you explain your existence? Simply. If you say simple, whatever it is now in the common culture, in the civilization, we are just products of what? Natural developments. This hadith says, if you think that you are the product of natural development, then as you understand and define what nature is, you will be seeing your existence within this definition. It means you are specifying or you are defining your own existence. Because, of course, that's why I am expecting, inshallah, we can finish, God willing, we can finish this hadith today. It's a very deep hadith. That is very much concerned to us. Are we expected to live in an imaginary world? In an imaginary world? No. What are we expected to be in this world? Something satisfactory, correct? Something satisfactory. So I will be, if possible, which must be possible, to have confidence in my existence, that my existence belongs or to something, and I am happy with it. Have you ever thought that what your existence belongs to? So just welcoming it. So belongs to something, and if we have to be careful. Now, I find it difficult to explain this saying of the Prophet. According to my capacity, first of all, I must ask this question to myself, to everyone else. I am asking the questions here, not to question you, just, draw your attention. So, there is a question here. When you read this hadith, it seems to be correct. No, just a minute. It is not that simple. So these are the points that we have to discuss here. Can we go out of our reality? For example, if I believe in God, do you think you went out of your reality as if living in an imaginary world because you believe it in God? Nothing changed. What is happening then in this world? What we are doing? So we are expected to use all the qualities given to us. So whether I am the product of matter or nature or accident, whatever happened to be, whatever say, or a creator, God. Now, I am responsible within the capacity of my within the capacity of myself, my own capacity. If nature created me or made me possible to exist, so I will say I have to understand the meaning of my existence within the capacity nature gave me. Can I or am I expected to find anything else than what I am? Am I confusing?
I'm catching on.
That's good. That's good. Something. Am I expected to go out of my skin? Whatever the source is, I am expected to understand myself within myself. That is why some people misunderstand this point and say that we create our own God. Look, this is a very severe change in this point. Why? We don't create our own God. We are utilizing our own abilities, capacities to understand who we are. So that is why Quran continuously refers to reasoning. Reason. How? We always mention this important point in our discussions. I can reason only by using my capacity and checking it. I mean, there's a checkpoint. Am I really doing something right within the conditions of the universe that I am existing in it? So, for example, if I say, I am created by nature, whatever it is. No one knows what it is, by the way. So, because nature, what? The thing itself? What it is the thing? What is the nature apart from the thing itself? No. But Quran says, look into the way it comes into existence. It demonstrates the source of its existence. So that is why Quran says, go and look at the world. Go and look at what is happening in the world. So look at the sky, look at the moon, look at the thing you eat. The birds are flying. Look at them, how do they? Always Quran brings evidence in front of me and asks me, as the verse clearly says, we have created signs within yourself as well as in afaq. وفي أنفسكم أفلا في الآفاق وفي أنفسكم أفلا تبصرون. Don't you understand? Now, it means Quran puts me between my own human capacity in correspondence to what the universe manifests. So asks me to communicate with each other in order to confirm what my inner sense is looking for. Do you understand this interconnectedness? That is why Quran says you cannot read and understand me as a separate entity from what I am creating outside there. This is my verbal explanation, Quran says, and the outside world is physical demonstration of what I said here. That is why we cannot develop our understanding of the Quran, develop the understanding of myself, and develop the understanding of what the Quran says separately from how I can perceive the universe. Because the one who put me within the conditions of this universe, whatever the name you use it, regardless, now, who who put me in the context of this universe and gave me the sense to look at, to question, to investigate, and try to find out the source of the existence of everything. So therefore, I will say, I am the source of existence. I am the one who is, which is the production of the source of the existence of the whole universe. So it is not my invention that I create my own God. Why? I am using my own qualities to understand and make sense of my own existence within the context of the universe, so that I am checking. Three things are functioning at the same time. One is the continuously changing universe. Renewed, not the fixed. There is no static universe, by the way. You know that. We are aging every day. So, but the young people like yourself, they think that, no, I'm not aging. So sometimes I walk and there is a young guy passing by me as if he is running, but according to the speed of my walk, he is just walking normal. I said, yeah, I was walking faster than you once upon a time. So you will be like me one day. There's a joke. It's difficult to tell some jokes and make some jokes with this culture, because their mindset is completely different from our Middle Eastern's mindset. We make everything, we turn everything in jokes. You know, coming from this culture. But okay. We are continuously changing. Universe is changing. I am changing. So universe and my feelings must be in direct connection, interaction. Yeah. I am the source of questioning, investigation. Universe is the physical demonstration of the answer to my investigation. For example, I am hungry. I say, hey, whoever made me in need of food. So where is my food? Whoever made me. And the universe says, here you are, whatever you want, meat, potatoes, whatever, I don't know what you like, the fruit. Here it is, provided. I see the communication. I have been given lungs, needs air, here is the atmosphere. Perfectly compatible with each other, human feelings. But one thing is, I am questioning the source of existence, and the universe is silent. The universe is silent. I have to understand, utilize. It's the way it is functioning. For example, I am looking at the computer and saying that, who is your maker? Come on, tell me. No answer. But the way it works demonstrates the qualities of its maker. Correct? I am the source of question as far as my relationship with the computer is concerned. The computer is the source of answer, but I need to understand how it works. Do you understand this relationship? It's quite interesting. And I am guessing this computer works in this way, the universe works in this way. And I am saying the way it is functioning, it is coming into existence, is speaking silently, if you like. hey, look at me, is hey, what, how I am coming into existence. So in my relationship with the universe, I see signs need to be interpreted, understood by me. For example, is it the in our physical experience, we are sure, absolutely sure that when I bypass a fruit tree, I don't know, a mango or a peach, ripen perfect, just like that. I am passing by it, the smell says it. The beauty of the appearance says it not so. Speaking silently. And if it is just right time to pick up, when I just touch it, it drops it. When it is not ripe, you cannot get it. You have to cut it by force. It means destroying the way it is created, forcing. No, natural relationship. As it is, as it exists. This answer is there to my hunger, to my appetite, to my pleasure of beauty. Answer is there. But I say, but strange. I found myself in a universe completely in correspondence with each other. And my intelligence asked the question, consciousness asked the question, what is going on there? But the universe, whether it has intelligence or not, but I understand it responds to me silently. Right? Come back to the simple, my favorite example, computer or iPhone. iPhone is always with me. So everybody is nowadays. No, even the beggars or the homeless people, poor people on the way, they have the iPhone and they are asking for money. This is what I mean. Some of them smoke it. So anyways, but they still ask. But without, as if human beings cannot live with our spirit. Nowadays, our spirit is phones. Okay, social media. Now, this communication, using the computer example, come here, there. Yes, I can look at it here and there. Well, there is something opening here. It's good. I don't want to change the position of the computer. So, and I look at it. There is something. There are keyboard here. What is this? I put some of them. Touch it. It functions. Something changes on the screen. Now, this is one way of learning how the computer appeared to be in existence. Isn't it? I mean, but how do we do that? Only by try and error. And how can you learn while you are trying to learn how to utilize this machine as a human being? Don't you ask or expect the designer, the engineer of the computer? Now I understand it is something to do with me. I'm interested. I'm in connection with it. Yeah, it's something happens, and I wonder. It attracts my attention. I want to communicate with it, but the one who made it, I am a human being. If you ask somebody to do something for you, or to make this computer, don't you expect that you are the engineer of this computer, my friend? All right, assume that. All right. So you said, I wish. So you are the engineer of this computer. As a human being, don't you understand that it is better to send an user's guide handle so that write it down Don't mess up with our machine. Don't mess up. Try and error. What? How many, as far as we know the human history, just from Hellenistic period, Greek philosophers, try to understand how this universe is functioning and came into existence. The Thales onwards, I don't know, I think 5,000 before or something. But anyways, I'm not good at, before it was 7,000 years ago. People, but this is only historical heritage we have. Otherwise, we don't know whether the previous people didn't search for it. Impossible. Human beings are always intelligent and questioning nature. This is our human nature. My body changes, my nature doesn't change, my spirit doesn't change. Yeah, but my body changes. We have to understand, we have to take it, notes of this. My body changes, but my spirit never changes. Yeah. The appearance of the universe change, but the way the universe is coming into existence never change. Do you see the difference? Yeah, like that. Law, constitution is the same, but application of the constitution depends on the conditions of the outside world. We understand this. So human beings have been searching by themselves, one line, and another one is the engineer of the computer has provided a handbook to you, and here it is. All the prophets, named prophets, come and bring the same news. It's very interesting, but fundamental the same news, according to the capacity of the people who are using. For example, in my youth, the telephone was possible to work only through lines, landline. Then the first time when we took the telephone and started speaking to somebody far away, we were amazed. So look at this. We can communicate with the people. We thought that was the ultimate aim of technological development. You said later on, the first time, I was, as a child, going through the city. I was born in a city, by the way. So there was a crowd of people in front of a window show, of a company. Of course, child, you wonder what's going on here. I went, the first time color TV was there. Everybody was wondering. Oh, exactly, with the color. Showing everything color. Black and white was only one or two people in one neighborhood. And these people who have the TV were most beloved neighbor. Everybody wanted to visit them. You understand, especially news time and film time, whatever these movies are going on, especially that time, how are you doing? And sitting in front of the TV like this. So they seem to be visiting the neighbor, they are visiting the TV. Look, wonderful. That is why we are excited. And of course, we want to discover. That is human nature, to discover how the universe is working. How can I benefit from it? That is always what we have been doing. So, for example, who doesn't want to learn anything new? That is human nature. We want to learn anything new. So handbook is to be prepared. That is what human capacity requires the handbook. You understand that it is, if you make even this, not the computer so complicated, but this table, how to install this table, you expect the one who made the table, prepared the table, to give me the guideline so that I will do, okay, this one, screw this part one into part two in this way or another way. Oh, easy. So since it is within my capacity, the one who created me gave me this quality. Do you think he wouldn't do it? Huh? Do you think he wouldn't do it himself? He gave me this quality. That's a need. This need must be satisfied. Are you with me? This need must be satisfied. How can I utilize the universe? Therefore, utilize myself. Now, whoever made me must explain and give me how I should make sense of the meaning of this existence, meaning of my own existence. Are you with me? It's very important. Meaning of my existence. So come to a conclusion, who I am. That is the most important, essential human question, who I am. What's going on in me? If you don't know who I am, then why do we live in this world for meaningless? You don't know who we are, what? So eat and die. You know that we are aging and we are all going to die. Yeah? I think last century, let's say 19th century, people used to live here. Where are they now? 22nd century, none of us will live. What's the point? Now we have to look for, investigate the meaning of existence. Why are we here? So I have to say, look, the one who made me, whether it is, what was the alternative? Accident, nature, instinct, whatever they mean. Instinct, the way we have these qualities by itself, existing by itself, acting by itself, happen to be like this, or a creator who gave existence to everything and perfectly arranged. Whoever my creator is, maker is, must provide a handbook. That is why Qur'an starts introducing, not only Qur'an or scriptures, but introducing available scriptures, Torah, the Bible, and the Qur'an nowadays, the scripture, maybe Vedas, or maybe it doesn't matter to argue the name and nature of the things, but the creator must send a handbook. So I have to look at the handbook, user's book. And what am I expected to do? User's book says, press this button, you will see this on the screen. I am pressing it, it doesn't work. You will say, no, it is not prepared by the engineer of this computer. But if it fits perfectly, I'm very happy now. So it is easy to understand. That is how to use the computer. So in order to make sense of myself, I have to be explained how the universe will make sense for me. How can I benefit from it? How can I utilize it? But utilize about what? About my spiritual questions. It means conscious questions. Body-wise, as we gave the example, the ribbon ready to pick up peach already invites me. I don't need
an external I mean, the creator's expectations are that eat this food. Excuse me, I don't need it. I know by myself through my very, very simple experience of my interaction with the universe, right? But I have questions. What am I going to do in this one? Why am I here? Whoever you are, whoever, why did you make me conscious of my own existence and questioning? Yeah, never forget the most sacred quality of human beings. People may say something, no, the ability to question. Ability to question why we exist, what will happen to me, where did I come from, where am I going, what's that? If I have a beginning, an end, and all my feelings says, I want full satisfaction. And if the death is end of everything, where is my need for full satisfaction? It is not met. Something is going on wrong, contradicting. Yeah? And I don't want to get old. So I'm getting old. Contradiction. I don't want to die. And definitely, are you sure you are going to die? Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember every day? I don't. So we are the same, on the same page. Don't worry. We don't remember, but we are. When we think about it, and when somebody asks us, we say, "Yeah, definitely, I will die." But in my practical life, I don't feel that I'm going to die. It means my very heavy feeling, not to die, overtakes the reality. So makes me forget about it. It's so strong, so strong. That's what we have to understand. It shows that desire for eternal happiness, permanent happiness, is so powerful that expresses other feelings. In daily life, no one needs go and ask people in the subway, if possible. I mean, they say 3 million people travel in one day in New York subway only. 3 million people. How many person do you think the percentage of the possibility of people who will say, I remember today I am going to die? Percentage, give me 0.1 possible? No, including myself, every day. Well, I must be honest, no, forget about it. So I cannot tell a lie. So I'm going to die. And everybody's fear is death. Everybody's fear is losing what we have, losing health. Yeah? Being in needy of something else, another person. And of course, definitely death, but losing my life. And we keep as if we are not, don't we live in this world as if we are not going to die? Come on, be honest. Huh? Yeah, as if we are not going to die. We forget it. So powerful. The most powerful sense is to have eternal satisfaction. So suppresses every other feeling so that makes our life possible to go ahead. Yeah, we want to have this, we want to achieve this. For example, young people are applying for a job. They don't say that I'm going to apply for a job, but that's anyway, at the end I'm going to die. Why should I bother? No one says this. Why? Eternal satisfaction. Okay, we have to look at it. Within the conditions of this world, is it at all possible that eternal satisfaction is available. Impossible. Better. Because the universe is related to my bodily, physical relationship. My intelligence only says, look for the handbook and utilize me. So far, three main elements are interacting with each other. Whether somebody believes or not, I don't care. But myself and universe is definitely in contact with each other. And my senses say, no, there must be a handbook. There must be a handbook. And I can see this handbook, which says, check the truthfulness of whatever I'm saying, using your feeling, your human qualities, applying it to the universe. Now, in this context, we have last 15 minutes. What is it to do with this hadith? The hadith, you know, the hadith, of course, the sayings or actions narrated by the Prophet's life. So sayings of the Prophet is verbal. This is sayings of the Prophet. It says, I am according to, God is speaking, of course. God said, I am according to the expectation of you concerning your source of existence, me. Do you understand? Now, how do you see that your connection with this universe and how to utilize the universe tells you that you will find your source of existence? If you think that your source of existence is matter only, so that is what you have chosen. And God says, I am going to treat you accordingly. How? Total hopeless. Because within the universe, you are born to die, and the universe cannot save you. The universe cannot save you. Look at this. Cannot save you. So I will be creating you this verbal explanation. Manual's user's manual book says, if you think that this computer happened to exist accidentally, so you will see your relationship with the computer accidentally. That is how I am going to treat you. That is how I give you life accordingly. That is why we have to understand that happiness, satisfaction lies in my perception of my source of existence. If you think your source of existence is matter, so your source of existence, can the source of matter be the source of your satisfaction of your eternal expectation of your happiness? I will create you accordingly. With this understanding, with this approach, that is why we have to be careful. We have to be careful how I am explaining my existence. Therefore, how I am explaining the existence of the universe. Therefore, I will be created with this state of understanding, with this state of mind. Did I make sense? So this is so exciting for me that I have to watch out how I am treating myself, how I am treating this universe. So if I am looking for happiness, I have to check myself. How am I interpreting my existence. This is the first question. What does my creator is as I think of him mean? Now, if you believe that, if you understand that, you feel hungry, very simple physical example. Start from the simple example. I feel hungry when I believe that there is no conscious, deliberate arrangement between me and the outside world. Assume this. This is so simple. That's why it is impossible. No one accepts this. As no one accepts that this computer is a conscious, made machine. It happened to be by itself. Is there anyone in the world that computer believes and understands that the computer doesn't have an engineer? Do you think? There are 8 billion people in the world. Is there anyone where the computer doesn't have an engineer, happened to be by itself, accidentally developed? No. Why? Because it is obvious for a human being, but and also we see the agent making people. But because we don't see the maker of the universe, people say there is no maker. But universe, especially yourself, is trillion times more complicated than the computer. There is the reason, human reason. Can I exist without a conscious creator? Without a consciously arranged existence? They don't transfer this experience, simple experience, to the universe where we don't see the creator directly creating, but the universe is really exclaiming, shouting, I am a conscious product. So you are yourself. So if you say, the one who made me within the context of this universe, in need of food, if you don't trust that this one is prepared for you the food, do you look for it? You say, no, I am this one and happen to be like this and there is no food. But you don't know food. I feel something, but I don't know what's wrong with me. Because you don't expect that it should be answered. Yet the one who gave you must provide what you need. It should be answered. Do you look for it? You are in this mind, practically, it is impossible not to do this. Okay, I will read what is written there. And you can read this, but I think I'm sharing it with you. Yes, on the screen. So let's read it. I interrupted myself. Unfortunately, we don't even think about a creator of anything, maker of anything, let alone a computer or even the setup of a place, as we are here. We just usurp whatever is at our disposal without any further thoughts. Because people are not serious, really, about their existence. So we are serious people here. Thank you very much, Perea, for sharing your thoughts, reflections. So if I don't feel the need, if I don't believe that there is no food at all, but something is disturbing you in my body, something to hunger. But you don't think that, look, this is a need, I need something, and it must be provided by the one who made me. He must provide it. Then I don't look for it. I don't look for it. But if I am sure the one who gave me this need must provide it, I look for it. Where is it? Where is it? There must be something. There must be something which will satisfy me. So look however I believe I am giving the status of existence within this condition. Do we see one point? So, however I treat myself, but my existence, of course, and my human requirement. So, if you believe that, if you understand that, look, I want to make sense of my existence. I want to make sense of the existence of the things around me. Why are they this? They're this. I am questioning. That's why I said the most important, precious quality of human being is to question. If you don't question, you don't look for the answer. That is very important. So if you, for example, don't have the question of looking for a place and passing by people, somebody says, the hotel is there, hotel is there. But you don't think that you need hotel. Yeah? Do you take notice of these people? Because you don't think that you need a hotel. So they say you don't take notice of it. That is why if someone doesn't look for the meaning of existence, meaning of his existence, he doesn't look for the answer and doesn't believe that what the prophets brought to them, news to them. But how do they explain? Oh, no, I'm going to find myself. I'm going to find myself. So try and error, try and error, try and error. We will find that that's what I always struggle with these AIs. So they say they are looking for it, source of existence. I ask all the source of existence of anything. They are there, all right, source of existence. So I ask them, what is the source of existence of matter? It says, it is not yet found. But where are they looking for? But within the universe itself. But I'm asking the source of existence of the universe. It says they are not there. And sometimes they get angry with me. They said, you are really underestimating the value of science or scientific research. But I'm not underestimating the scientific research. I am just questioning the source of existence of this matter, and so that I will make sense of myself, my own existence. And they say they are looking for it. They have not found it yet. What does it mean? They put yet. How many times I changed my text on my project? I'm working on something. I changed that yet, deleted. Yeah. Why? Impossible. Looking for the source of existence of the computer. Within the computer, be careful, within the computer. Did you get the point? It's very important. Looking for the source of the existence of the computer within the computer itself. This piece, maybe there, maybe there. Is it possible to find? The engineer in the computer. Maker and made. Maker and made. The very simple trick, the materialist interpretation of existence is something is made of something, they replace it, something is made by something. So tree is made of water, sunlight, and this combination of the order, connections. So they say tree is made by water, combination of sunlight. Look, as if they are thinking we human beings are idiots. So tricky. So tricky. We have to watch out. So, yes.
I was going to say, when you ask a question, you should be open until you find the answer.
Yeah.
They have an assumption of what the answer is, and now they're trying to change everything to get to that answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to their own agenda. So that is why they don't like the AIs, don't like my questioning and insisting. So not yet, not yet. Yes, you are right. They couldn't find it, but not yet comes the answer. I can read it out, all my arguments with AI. So one of them said, I'm not going to work with you. I cannot work with you anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I can swear by God. He said, I cannot work with you anymore. I'm so surprised. I also said that this is machine. So the culture, the global culture is filled up by materialist interpretations. I'm very sorry for the young generation, those people, because from the age of 5, 6, all of us went through what? Secularist education. Made of is replaced with made up. Water comes and cell functions and molecules are chemical reactions are happening. Molecules are acting in this way as if for example, this one. Not the computer is so complicated, perfect. Comparing the simple chair here, or not the chair, it's table, I think. Maybe coffee table, or let's put it, we use it for to put my computer on. So it looks ridiculous, but I have to demonstrate it. Wood came here, and the metal covered them perfectly fitting. And it tried until what metal is trying? What is the difference between metal and metal? Atoms, particles, the elements of the cell. But chemical reaction, all right, what is it? Energy, what is it? What is the source of energy? And energy has the power. Excuse me, what is the source of power? I ask. What is the source of the quality of power in energy? Where did it get it? But it's inherited in it. Who put it? Here is the computer. Can I say the program, it uses software, whatever program it uses. It is inherent in it. It needs a conscious, deliberate action. So that is what we have to conclude today. Also, this one, does God treat us as we think of him? That's how we are created. That is how we are created. If you think that God, the creator, has created you and loaded you in you, the program which desires eternal happiness, not to die, not to lose all the good qualities that you have experienced in this world, you have been given the opportunity to taste, and then take it away and put you in the grave and torture you there, right there. Become a compost. If you think in this way, you will live accordingly. And that is how you are going to be created. So here is the verse in, that I love it. We have to be, time is up. Some faces will, on that day, we be bright with happiness, looking up to their sustainer is very important. there is underlined. The word is وجوه يومئذ ناظرة إلى ربها ناظرة. So everybody will be facing his or her own Lord. They call Rab. It means the one who created, arranged everything, put you here. How did you regard or deemed to be your creator be, you will be treated. And that is exactly those people who say we are the products of nature. These people will be treated as the product of nature. What does it do? What does nature do to you? Turns you into a compost, isn't it? Yeah. So that is described in the Quran as the hell. Living as a form of compost. Here it is, what your Lord was. That is what explains this hadith. This hadith is great. I mean, you can write a book about it. Human nature, human reality. So, have you experienced any examples of this in your practical life? This is a practical question. Think about it. The time is up. Think about it. Imagine one day. Don't worry about it. But I cannot imagine. I am a believer in God. I cannot imagine that I have no creator. No. There is a principle in Islamic fiqh, the rulings. Imagining denial is not denial. But imagine tasting, otherwise, what will happen if I didn't believe in it? So think about yourself. There is no creator. You happen to be accidentally. Why do you try to be happy? Accidental being. Meaningless existence, purposeless, meaningless existence. Why do you try to be happy, to satisfy? But yesterday, did you satisfy yourself? Yeah. Where is it? God. Today, are you sure? Look at this state of psychological state. Are you sure that today also will come? Are you sure that today will come? Yeah, when we say tomorrow, today will come. So since you are going to lose it, why are you happy? Why are you happy with something that you are absolutely sure that you are going to lose? Yeah, you have a bank account. And you are absolutely sure that whatever comes into your account today, now we have to be careful. Whatever the amount of money comes into my account today, in the evening, it will go out. In the morning, you will find what? Balance zero. How much will you be happy? You found that, $1 million came into my account. But you are absolutely sure, as we are absolutely sure today will come. Yeah. Your 1 million came, but you know that in the evening it will go. How much do you enjoy that I have $1 million in my? How much? You are absolutely sure it will go. That is why not believing in a source of existence who is an eternal, absolute being, and not within you cannot find within his work, the universe, must exist, not within the conditions of this universe, but must exist. As the engineer must exist, not within the conditions of the computer. Isn't that so simple? Now, if you don't believe that, if I don't believe that my source of existence is an absolute being, there is no way for satisfaction. That's why the Prophet is warning us. Be careful. How do you define your source of existence? Creator. How do you define it? Otherwise, you will never be happy. And at the end, your creator will treat you as it gives the news in the Quran here. This is the verse from the Quran in the middle, where my cursor is, this one. So says, as I gave you life, I will take you away from this world. I am the one who gave you life. I am taking the life from your body, and your spirit will come to me. And I will say, your spirit will be experiencing what he thought of its existence, source of existence. So we have to be very careful. Who is my source of existence? I will be living in this world within the conditions of this understanding, and when I am taken away from this world, I will be eternally subject to this state of existence. Eternal losing, that's it. That is why it is described in the Quran as fire. Why fire? Why fire? It is described as a fire. Because whatever you put in fire, it consumes and finishes. Consumes and finishes. Can you satisfy fire? Can you satisfy fire? Fire will say, no, I don't need any more fuel. The more you put in it fuel, the more it consumes. That's the description of hell in the Quran in the form of a fire. Be careful. We can't say that fire is going to burn. No. Consume whatever you expect immediately. And you will be left with no satisfaction whatever. Paradise is on the spot, just opposite of fire. The more you get, the more satisfaction you will have. The more you get, the more satisfaction you will have. That's why this verse says, some faces will be bright with happiness. This is the description of the believers in the absolute creator. But of course, the following verse says, وجوه يومئذ ناظرة إلى ربها ناظرة ووجوه يومئذ باسرة. No, do you remember? ووجوه يومئذ باسرة تظن أن يفعل بها. Come on, find out. When I think of it, I can't recite it. Did you find out? No, 75, 23, 24.
23 or 24?
No, the 75, 20, 23, read 23.
إلى ربها ناظرة.
Yeah. Where would you in 24?
Okay. ووجوه يومئذ باسرة.
Yeah.
وظن أن يفعل بها فاقرة.
Yeah. Read the translation if you have.
So وجوه يومئذ باسرة means and other faces will be gloomy.
Gloomy, dark, and yeah.
وظن أن يفعل بها فاقرة means anticipating something devastating to befall them.
So it doesn't?
Anticipating something devastating to befall them.
Rob, to
befall them. To befall them.
Or to befall them, yeah. So it means hopeless. Yeah. So Quran always speaks black and white. Why? In between gray. Quran, when we read the Quran, we have to be very careful. It points to the extreme destinations. It means you and me will be in between, either this way or this way. That is why the Quranic description is believers, unbelievers. Now, no one can be 100% believer. No one can be 100% disbeliever, but we are tending this way or to this way. So paradise, hell. But do you think paradise is there fixed? Hell is there fixed? No. Endless degrees, according to my level of thinking of my God, expecting of my creator, whatever it is. So what else? Good and evil. So which one? Which one are you aiming? It means this direction or this direction. So that is why the guidance must be clear. That's why Quran says, I am clear. Why? Because I don't confuse. I say, this is the end, opposite to each other. I gave you this option, free will to choose. Go ahead, but start going this way, or start going this way. Of course, you go 1 meter or 1 yard, or I don't know, 2 miles, 3 miles, and okay, you go this way, and the life will end without reaching the end. It means perfect belief, perfect denial. So without reaching, but the Creator says, okay, I gave you life, and I took your life from this, I call it this universe is a school of the universe, and I took you away from this road. I will treat you according to the direction you were going. Now we have to be careful. Now, if someone starts education, goes to the primary school, and then the secondary school, and then during the high school, he dies. He's given death. And the Creator will say, all right, if I gave you longer life, you will continue your education. I will treat you as if you have completed it. But on the other side, this Quran is very clear. That's why Quran is clear means this. People understand it so simple. Say that, oh, you understand, and clear. You don't need anybody to teach you, to help you to understand. But we have been talking about this hadith narration more than an hour and a quarter. Still, we need the deeper and deeper understanding, really. I mean, everybody needs teacher. Have you got education? Did you go to school? Yeah, why did you go to school? Why don't you learn yourself? So it's obvious, isn't it? The universe is the school. So in this school, wherever we are, for example, if someone joins the education, does his job seriously, and God says, I promise you, I will treat you as if you completed it. But if someone doesn't go to school, doesn't learn, try to learn, he will be treated according to his level of ignorant. He says, Quran says, I am going to reward those people who are trying to have a reasonable, perfect life with how many times? Endless times more. With my absolute mercy, I'm going to treat the believers. But non-believers, according to their own, but according to what they deserve there. Do you understand? This was very clear verses in the Quran. If someone says, no, where is it? I can find out. But now it is too much. I didn't prepare myself for this point. But we have to take our existence seriously, find out how I really see the source of my existence, and accordingly make sense of my life. That is the summary. According to make sense of my life. And God says, accordingly, I will create you. So the state of mind, your psychological state, and everything, accordingly, I will create it. Any question, any concern? I think I exploited your patience, and 15 minutes. We started 5 minutes later. So, anything? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Sorry? Yeah.
I can ask you after too.
No, something general.
Yeah.
Okay, ask them.
Um,
Thank you, beautiful. Okay, very clear. Thank you, Afshan. Thank you very much. I am happy to see you here, and it means that your father is doing well. Alhamdulillah, since you are here. Thank you to let me feel happy. Yeah.
so I have a question about the perception of Allah, basically, just being
Your source of existence in general.
source of existence.
Yeah, the Quran speaks like this in general. How do you think of me? Means your source of existence. It means how you explain your existence. Where did you get it? How did you get it? Yes.
Yes, so my belief is that my source of existence is greater and better than anything I could ever imagine it to be. So how do I ensure?
Means the source of existence of the universe, all of them.
Yes,
So some existent being gave existence to the universe and myself, and you believe that source of existence must exist.
yes,
And you make your being meaningful within the concept of or the content of this perception. Now, so that is what your conclusion that you want to share with this. So that is, are you happy with it?
I think.
So
Sorry,
my-
question?
question,
Yeah.
so the further question is, how do I ensure that I am worshiping the source, the source of creation and all of existence, and not a created version of the idea I have of the source of creation?
The source of existence is this. So how do you define the source of existence? Nothing can be within the conditions of this universe. It has absolute existence that I cannot imagine. What else do you want? Can you try, ask your capacity, can you try to comprehend the essence of this source of existence? So you say La ilaha. As soon as you say La ilaha means there is no source of existence within the universe, illallah is automatic. So you cannot perceive the nature of this existence, but what our responsibility is very simple. While you are drinking the water, did you drink this water with the consciousness that this source of existence has provided it for you? This consciousness was aware of it or not. That is the responsibility, your responsibility and my responsibility. You will be benefiting from it as much as you pay attention to you and I. I'm not saying you and I am already perfect. No. Both of everybody. We will be responsible how much I am applying this conclusion in my practical life. So when you drink water, you may say, turn this way. Does it say natural water?
Purified.
Purified water, but natural or what? No, not purified. It doesn't say. The others say natural water. So nature produces it. They say nature produces it. I am thankful to nature. But a believer will say, since you believed, if you are convinced about it, the source of existence of the universe has provided it for you. So I am drinking it from the hands of my. He is taking care of me. Do you see the difference? That is my responsibility. I think before the discussion we had this, most people feel doubtful about their belief because you tell me you are the witness. What did I tell? So because they try to imagine.
They try to imagine God.
the essence of God. And they think, I cannot comprehend it, or I cannot be sure of my belief. You see, essence of God is by definition cannot be known within the conditions of my capacity and the capacity of the universe. For example, the essence of the engineer of this computer, can you look at the computer and say that it is a female 60 years old woman? You see, but it doesn't mean that you deny the engineer. Be sure. If you are sure that none of the pieces of this universe can be its own source of existence, that's it. So apply it. Concentrate on application of this conclusion in your life. That is why I have seen, not only you, how many questions and all my relationship with the young university students when I was working at the college, the problem comes from trying to imagine the essence, the nature of God, the creator, not being able to comprehend it, falling into doubt that I don't believe, I'm not sure. It means looking for the source of existence within the conditions of this universe is the fundamental problem that we are bothered needlessly. No, by definition, if something is definable, I think this is very important, if you like, constitutional rule. If something is definable within the conditions of this universe, cannot be the source of existence of this universe. That is I will say, number one, if you like, Constitution, Rule 1, Article 1. By definition, creator cannot be definable within the conditions of the universe. But we are not expected to define the essence of God. We are expected to be sure that he exists. He must exist, actually. The right word is he must exist. That's it. That is full belief. What is left to us? How am I applying it in my life? Excellent question. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana. Innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhiru da'wahum alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin bi hurmati sirri surati al-Fatiha. Thank you very much, and I have to stop live streaming.